Alright, so CPI data report was released today 1 hour before the market opened. As you guys can see, this is the November 2023 CPI data report, which was released on December 12th. If you're asking the question where these get released, it's on bls.gov/CPI. Click on the PDF, it pops right up, and it pretty much breaks down, did the overall inflation rate go up or down. So according to this, we have a 3.1% inflation rate before seasonal adjustment according to the last 12 months. And this puts our core, so the energy decreased by 5.4%, increased by 2.9%. So all items less food and energy, so this is core CPI, came in at 4%. And one thing that I want to quickly show you is the forecast. The expectation was a 3.1% rate. We came in at 3.1%. So we came in as expected. Nothing of a surprise there. The one thing that I did want to point up is what exactly does this mean? You can look at the line items. And again, all these items are the things that pretty much make up this CPI data report. One thing that I like to point out is I like to look at the biggest gainer and the biggest loser for the actual line items for the given month, right? So in the month of November, we could see the biggest drop we saw was on gasoline, all types. It saw a 6% drop, so pretty significant. And if I'm not mistaken, the biggest increase that we saw was a 2.8% increase, and that was on utility piped gas services. So something to pay attention to, right? Everything else all stayed either below or above those two given items, right? All items less food and energy, so this is core CPI, is everything below this area. So not the energy sector, not the food sector, it's just this main area right here, which again, according to this report, came in at 4%. So you can see this dotted line is core CPI, and then this blue line is overall CPI. The main focus for the Federal Reserve is core CPI, as they know that they can affect the prices of food and energy, but not a bad report. I mean, coming in from 9.1% inflation at a 40-year high to now 3.1%, we are seeing a steady decline, right? I do have to say that the market's reaction was pretty underwhelming, right? So we gapped up very quickly, hit highs of 398, and then quickly pulled on back. At one point, market was red, and then has now come back up to 396.40, consolidating here, not really showing much signs of progress, but also not selling off. So kind of a very slow day, and I think that most of that is coming because of what's to come tomorrow, which is the FOMC rate decision. So the Federal Reserve is going to be meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time and deciding if they're going to be raising, pausing, or cutting interest rates. And according to the Fed Rate Monitor tool, there is a 99.8% probability that they're going to pause and not raise interest rates, according to this Fed Rate Monitor tool. It has been pretty accurate for the previous FOMC meetings. But again, just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of that, of what's to come tomorrow as well. We also do have the PPI report, which is the Producer Price Index report that's going to be released 1 hour before the market opens, and then the Mortgage Application Index report that gets released about 2 hours and a half before the market opens, and that's going to be on Wednesday. I will be live streaming the FOMC rate decision tomorrow because Jerome Powell, after they announced that rate pause or rate hike, whatever it ends up being, he speaks 30 minutes after, and he just gives kind of like a discussion on how they came to that decision and answers some questions from reporters. So yep, I'll keep you guys up to date with that. Just another reason to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done so already. But market's pretty much just trading sideways, not much progress on the upside, not much progress on the downside. So that might just be because they're going to be waiting for what the Federal Reserve is going to do tomorrow. So keeping it light today. I'm going to be traveling back to Arizona, so if you have any questions, just send me a direct message via Discord, and that's the first link in the description down below. If you want to tune on into tomorrow's live session, that's going to be the second link in the description down below, and then don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and that's the third link in the description. Appreciate your time, like always. Let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.